Both sides of the story.
We always need to hear both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Time now for Both Sides of the Story on Power 106 FM. We will not take sides, but we listen to your side. Join us as we explore the issues, present the facts, speak with the experts, and as always, listen to both sides. What's your story? Tell us on Both Sides of the Story. 922-4112, 922-4113, 922-4114, and 922-4115. You can listen to Both Sides of the Story on the Gleaner's website, www.go-jamaica.com, on your mobile phones at tunein.com or nobex.com, or by dialing 832-551-5045 or 213-493-0133 in the USA. If you're in the UK, you can dial 020-3519-0145, and in Germany, 051-180-904044. Our email address is bothsides106@live.com, and you can join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or link us up on Skype. We look forward to receiving your instant messages on MSN or Yahoo, and your text messages on 365-3346. Remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. So stay with us as we listen to both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Power 106.
And a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable.
Come gather round people wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt trouble outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize if you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is wrong, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be past, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly aging, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing. 'Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon to be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who promise lies with your pen.
2021 to 2030 is the International Decade of Healthy Aging, the International Decade of Ecosystem Restoration, the International Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development, and the Decade of Action for Road Safety. It's the 25th day of the 5th month of 2021, the International Year of Peace and Trust, the International Year of Creative Economy for Sustainable Development, the International Year of Fruits and Vegetables, the International Year for the Elimination of Child Labor, and the International Year of Health and Care Workers. The American Health Association and affiliated American health organizations are marking May as Mental Health Awareness Month, Stroke Awareness Month, Arthritis Awareness Month, Better Hearing and Speech Month, Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month, Global Employee Health and Fitness Month, Healthy Vision Month, Hepatitis Awareness Month, Melanoma Skin Cancer Detection and Prevention Month, Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month, Celiac Disease Awareness Month, High Blood Pressure Education Month, Osteoporosis Awareness and Prevention Month, Physical Fitness and Sports Month, Teen Pregnancy Prevention Month, and Older Americans Month. Here in Jamaica, May is still being observed as National Exporters Month, Child Month, Education Month, and Lupus Awareness Month. Africa Day is being celebrated from Chad to Liberia, Madagascar to Mali, Mauritania to Namibia, South Africa and Zambia, from Zimbabwe to the Comoros, Equatorial Guinea, and Guinea. It's Carpet Day in Turkmenistan, Escaldes Engordine in Andorra, Independence Day in Jordan, National Jordan Day in Australia, National Missing Children's Day in the USA, where they're also observing National Tap Dance Day. The Sucre Local Festival is on in Bolivia. It's Youth Day in Bosnia-Herzegovina and Day of Revolution in Argentina. It's International Towel Day. Hoy es martes el 25 de mayo 2021. Y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos.
Come again and don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin.
C'est mardi, le 25 mai 2021. Et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez où que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être à votre service par une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story. Le pour et le contre. Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme l'un de ceux parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 2h à 5h dans l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue. All we're saying is it's Tuesday, the 25th of May, 2021, and we greet you well wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to Both Sides of the Story, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome. Good afternoon to those listening to us on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. From Moran Point to Negril Point, from the Goat Islands to Galena Point. This is Power 106 FM, serving Jamaica and the diaspora. Hello to those tuned in via the Power 106 FM app, which you would have downloaded from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Depending on the nature of your device, downloading is free, listening is free, whenever, wherever. We thank you if you've logged on to the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Subscribers to onespotmedia.com also have access to Both Sides of the Story in particular and Power 106 FM in general. If you're in the United States or the United Kingdom and you wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, let's start with the United States. From the United States, to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, your number is 631-359-8281. 631-359-8281. And those in the United Kingdom who wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM can call 0330 606 0953, 0330 606 0953. There's more after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:15.
Contractors and developers, Coast to Coast Quarries is having a 10% sale on all size stones. Coast to Coast Concrete has relocated to 5 Lady Musgrave Road and has opened a new plant at Somerset in Mandeville. So for all your concrete needs, including blocks and marl dust, look no further. Coast to Coast Group of Companies, expanding to serve you better. Call 876-706-3230, 876-754-7472, and 876-904-555527.
And your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing.
We thank those of you listening to us via the Power 106 FM app, which you would have downloaded from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on the nature of your device. Downloading is free, listening is free, whenever, wherever. We welcome those who are watching us on Facebook Live, on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. If you're not there yet, log on to Facebook in the search box atop the page. Type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you'll be able to not just hear, but see what's happening in the studios of Power 106 FM. If you don't have a Facebook account, no sweat. Feel free to go to YouTube. We're live on YouTube as well. And so we look forward to those on YouTube. It's pretty simple. Once you have a device, whether a smartphone or a not so smartphone, whatever device you have, as long as it has internet connectivity, go ahead, connect to the internet, open a browser like Google Chrome or Bing or Safari, any one of those. And once you do that, you just type YouTube and the YouTube website should pop up. And if you do that now, you should see this video trending. And if you're not seeing this video, no sweat. In the YouTube search box, type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you'll be able to watch both sides of the story on YouTube. Hello to Shines for Life. Blessed afternoon at Uncle D, says Shines for Life. Welcome, Shines for Life. Good to see you online. Mammy Andrew Robinson says, thank you for sharing from Atlanta. Hello, Mammy. Or is it Mamie? Mamie, Mammy, Mammy. Maybe Mammy, although it's one M. Mammy. Mammy Andrew Robinson says, thank you for sharing. Welcome from Atlanta, Mammy Andrew Robinson. Also joining us, Carol Boeth in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She says, pleasant, and the messages are moving quite very quickly. Pleasant good afternoon from rainy Calgary, Dervan, and global listeners. Be blessed, and you be blessed and stay dry in rainy Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Carol. Audley Clark says, what's up, my brother? Hope all is well with you. We're giving thanks for life as usual. Audley Clark, how is it with you? How goes it? Lady Jean in Monique St. Anne, thank you for tuning in. She says, good afternoon, Durban and the team. Thank you for your quotes from the Prophet by Khalil Gibran. Some people say Gibran. We'll work with Gibran because that's what the Oxford Dictionary tells us. And let's see. Mammy Andrew Robinson is asking, how many languages do you speak? You can good. This is Brother Andrew from Atlanta. Brother Andrew from Atlanta. Well, we have a degree in French, did a reading course in Spanish, learned some Dutch to MC the wedding of a Dutchman and a Jamaican woman. We have been learning Chinese, Mandarin, to be precise, at the Chinese Benevolent Association for quite a few years now. That's a tough one, but it can be done, and we have been doing it. And we love languages. That's basically it. We're hoping, and we have been hoping for years now, to excite and stimulate the interest, especially of the young people, the children, that their curiosity will be aroused and they will want to learn at least one foreign language, which means they're giving themselves another opportunity, possibly opening another door of opportunity. That's why we do what we do pretty good. That pretty much. That's why we do what we do. And Beverly, good game. Good afternoon to you. Good to see you online. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words, Mammy. Andrew Robinson, thank you for your kind words. And we did say hi to Jennifer already, didn't we? Good afternoon, Jennifer. She says, Sir Dervan, just get off the road. It's so hot out there. Yes, indeed. Let's remember to hydrate. Drink as much water as possible, or some other liquid. Hopefully one that is not too sweet, because we have to watch our sugar intake. How about that? All right. So now let's give you a quick snapshot. Good afternoon, Leslie McEwen. We see you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. A quick snapshot of what's been happening today, just in case you haven't been able to follow the news. Let's bring you into the loop. No pun intended. There is loop news as well. let's bring you into the loop in terms of some of the stories that are trending. U.S. study finds tiny number of vaccine breakthrough COVID cases. Let's see what that is about. The story from Agence France Presse, AFP, out of Washington, D.C. in the United States. About 0.01% of people became infected with COVID-19 between January and April, despite being fully vaccinated. That's according to a U.S. government study confirming the shots' high efficacy showed Tuesday. The report published by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So let's just back up a bit. What they're essentially saying is that there is a tiny chance, just a tiny, as we say in Jamaica, a teeny tiny chance of becoming infected with COVID-19 despite being fully vaccinated. What's the chance? About 0.01%. About 0.01% of people became infected with COVID-19 between January and April, despite being fully vaccinated. And this coming from a U.S. government study confirming the high efficacy. And the efficacy there in relation to the vaccines just means that the vaccines do what they're supposed to do. That's simply what efficacy means. And the level of efficacy, when they add the percentage, for example, with the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, they'll tell you with one dose, the efficacy rate is at 75%. When you get the second dose, that goes up to as high as 95%, right? And then after that, obviously, as we just said, after being fully vaccinated, the chance of being infected with COVID-19 is 0.01%. Now, this report published by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which I believe is in Atlanta, Georgia. Is that where the CDC is? I think so. They documented the so-called breakthrough cases among 101 million people fully vaccinated in the United States. So when you really look at it, so as it is now, I think the U.S. has, last figure I saw was about 120 million Americans fully vaccinated. But overall, more than 200 million have already been vaccinated. So obviously, when you subtract the 120 million or so fully vaccinated from the just over 200 million, you'll see the difference. And the others are going for their second doses at this time. So the U.S., And the population in the US, last time I checked, I think it's at, I said 340 million, 340 million, something like that. So that's the one of the stories that is trending right now. A total of 10,262 infections were documented at 14 days or more after the final dose of a vaccine provisionally authorized by the Food and Drug Administration, Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson. Of these cases, 6,446 or 63% occurred in females, and the median patient age was 58 years. Among the total number of breakthroughs, 2,725 or 27% were asymptomatic, 706 or 7% were admitted to hospital for reasons related to COVID, and 132 or 1% died from reasons related to COVID. The rate of breakthrough infections are thus roughly, as we said, 0.01%. Hospitalizations, that's the word that the late Mr. Perkins didn't like. Said it made it sound as if the people became hospitals. But hospitalization, 0.0007%, and deaths, 0.001%. So those are very, very low rates. The genomic sequences were available for 5% of all infections and showed that 64% of cases came from variants of concern. 64% of cases came from variants of concern, which is why it is so critical to create even more roadblocks and do so very quickly where COVID-19 is concerned. The quicker we're able to do that, the less likely we will have additional variants coming up, because the longer we take to bring this COVID-19 virus under control, the more opportunities we're leaving for the virus to mutate, to transform into a variant, for example, like the B.1.1.7, which was first identified in the United Kingdom. The study the study occurred during a period when the coronavirus was surging through the United States, with about 355,000 cases reported in the last week of April alone. Jamaica working towards greener post-COVID recovery, says Pernell Charles Jr., Minister of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment, and Climate Change. He says Jamaica, like the rest of the world, is actively engaged in the development of plans and strategies geared towards a greener and more resilient recovery post-COVID-19. Well, let's see how that unfolds. Grenada approves legislation on remote employment. Well, that's the way to go, Grenada. As my late mother would say, "An a supna go, a supna come." Olga Hollingshead, good afternoon to you. She says, pleasant afternoon to you, sir. Sir Malcolm, and all your listening audiences everywhere. Peace and blessed love for a wonderful day. Be blessed and be safe. Thank you very much, Olga Hollingshead. Mammy Andrew Robinson says the CDC is right here in Atlanta. You are correct. That's what I remember. Thank you very much, Mammy Robinson. And Carol says, what's on my mind? Oops, Carol, we have to go to a break. We'll take that later on after Land Solutions.
Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call.
Win more money with Lucky Play Lotteries. Play Big Pot, Super 5, and Dream 6 today. The time by Lucky Play Lottery is
230.
The Jamaica Customs Agency continues to ensure the viability of Jamaica's economy and has instituted several trade facilitation measures for the export sector, including processing of export declarations upon submission, removing the need for dock receipts, rolling out the electronic export manifests for shipping lines, piloting the AEO Exporter Program for compliant exporters, spearheading the electronic single window for trade, J-Swift project, and collaborating with other entities to implement the paperless exporter registration process and online payment services, as well as removing the need for licenses and permits from certain items. Exporters, we value your contribution. Let's keep the wheels of trade turning. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
Hey, you see, these days, it's good to get straight to the point. Quick and easy. That's why Western Union gives you another way to receive money straight to your bank account with Western Union's direct-to-bank money transfer. Visit a Western Union agent location and sign up now and tell your family and friends to send your next Western Union money transfer directly to your bank account in Jamaica. It's easy. Visit a Western Union location or call our call center at 876-926-2454. Sign up today to receive a money transfer directly to your bank account with ease. With Western Union, moving money for better.
Good ideas grow from informed decisions. Make the right choice. Sign up for Gleaner Premium today. Get access to additional news and information at your fingertips. Keep up with current events anywhere. Get the exclusive Gleaner Premium experience and pay nothing for 30 days. Go to jamaica-gleaner.com/premium to enjoy this limited time deal. Gleaner Premium. Choose to unlock more.
Hello. This Child Month, we're taking the Kinteet and Hot Bun podcast to the airwaves.
Make it a date with me, Amina Blackwood Meeks, on Power 106 FM for the tales the little ones love. Set your alarms and join me and my two friends, Kinteet and Heart Bun, at 1:15 every Saturday afternoon for the month of May.
Come for the fun, stay for the story.
It's Kinteet and Heart Bun with me, Amina Blackwood Meeks, right down the time, 1:15 this and every Saturday afternoon for the month of May on Power 106 FM. I'm going to look through the radio and see if you join me here.
Join us, won't you?
If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. All the time they are a-changing. Some writers and critics who prophesize with your pen and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing.
You see, that's what happens when you have a Labor Day holiday weekend, long weekend, and then you get back to work and you're thinking Tuesday is Monday, when in fact today is Tuesday, not Monday. There's no Land Solutions today. That would have been yesterday, but yesterday was a public holiday here in Jamaica. It was Labor Day. And boy, I felt so lazy yesterday, quite frankly, because I didn't do anything yesterday. And I can say that proudly because otherwise I'm usually doing a lot. But it felt good, although I felt lazy. It felt good to just laze about the house, just not doing anything. It was a really lazy day yesterday. But that's not to say we would not have done the usual, the usual round the house kind of thing. But outside of that, it was a lazy day. I just felt, okay, what am I missing? What do I have to do? And then I keep reminding myself, you have nothing doing today. Just relax, enjoy the day. And so that's exactly what we did yesterday. But as I said, we work right throughout. So, hey, we can take a day, right? Yeah. So there's no Land Solutions today. Today is Tuesday, not Monday. Let's remind ourselves, today is Tuesday, the 25th of May, 2021. All right, so let's clear the messages. I think there was, where's the message from? Oh, Cherry Henry, good afternoon. She says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan and listeners. I had a blessed weekend and lots of rain that we really, oh yes, nice shower of rain yesterday. Yes, that was nice. That was really lovely. Really lovely. Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada says, what's on my mind? The Clarendon man who was in 2015 sentenced to life at hard labor for incest with his teen daughter, who ironically was the child of his stepdaughter, whom he had impregnated years before, on Friday, had his sentence reduced by the Court of Appeal to 15 years imprisonment at hard labor in a new turn of events, Jamaica Observer. He should stay there for life, says Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Yeah, a lot of us need help, Carol. We our behavior sends signals to the rest of us that something isn't right. And it's usually how that problem manifests itself by virtue of how we behave. That's when we really know that something is wrong. Something would have to be wrong with us to behave in this way. So it's always sad when we hear these stories, but it means something would have gone off somewhere. Something would have missed, or something would be amiss. You get the point? We are expected to treat our children like our children, not like some people treat them, like things to be used and abused. Carol says, Dervan, he molested the child from the stepdaughter he impregnated. I got that, Carol, in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I got that. This is what I'm saying. A lot of us have problems, serious problems, mental health related issues and behavioral issues. And if we investigate, invariably when we investigate these individual cases, we find that there is a history. There's usually a history. There's an expression we like to use on this program: hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. So those of us who have been hurt, those of us who have been harmed, those of us who have been abused verbally, physically, sexually, at some point, these experiences impact our behavior, whether at in the spur of the moment or when triggered by certain environmental factors and interpersonal relation factors, etc. It's not as it's not clear cut. It's never clear cut, Carol. It's usually loaded when these things happen for us to when you really get down to it, you realize that there's a history, and it's that history that comes back to haunt some of us, and that forces or causes or elicits certain levels of behavior. She says, leave him in there to get the much needed help. He'll be a menace to society on the outside. Well, this is why we have experts, Carol. We have psychiatrists, we have psychologists, we have sociologists, social scientists generally who can help us. Because if we're going to stem the tide of people engaging in this kind of behavior, it's going to be necessary to understand by studying, by investigating people and their behavior to help us to make more informed decisions going forward in terms of how we educate our people and how we relate to each other. So it's a lot of work, but it can be done. It can be done. Ricardo in Glengoff, St. Catherine, good afternoon to you. Thanks for tuning in. Curtis says, good afternoon, Sir Malcolm, and all of my father's children tuning in. Sir Malcolm, I asked you on Saturday to give a happy birthday shout to my first lady, but I didn't hear it. I worked all day until night, Sir Malcolm. Long time we don't get any rain down here, so we are getting some from over the weekend. So I was on my farm working and rejoicing. Well, happy birthday to your wife, your queen, the love of your life. And you said in the message on Saturday, baby, I love you. My life would be like a pudding without ingredients, without you. Lyrics. Curtis, some serious lyrics there. Let's read that again. Curtis says, I am sending happy birthday to my wife, my queen, the love of my life. Baby, I love you. My life would be like a pudding without ingredients without you. And you couldn't be a king without you. Okay. Thank you for your message, Curtis. I'm sure your wife appreciates or loves. Oh dear, lyrics. That used to be a big thing in school, you know. Who has the most lyrics in terms of being able to impress a young lady? Yeah. All right. You just won hands down, Curtis. Yeah. Thank you very much for your message. Let's see. Lady Jean in Monique, St. Anne says, Dervan, I read about this case and I was so disturbed. We sure have some very sick people among us. Who will help them? And that's a most pertinent question. Who will help them? They need help. They need help. I know on the face of it, when they do certain things, when they manifest certain behaviors that we want the worst thing ever to happen to them for doing what they did, and we're outraged, and rightfully so, except that first of all the law has to take its course and proper investigations and building of a case, etc. But there's also the social side, the psychosocial element. Why did you do this? What happened? What went wrong? How did you come to this pass? And if we can learn more about why people behave the way they behave, then we will be able to make more informed decisions in helping people, in supporting people, in managing people, in reaching out to people. Carol says most times they get out and get lost on the outside. It pains my heart to imagine children in those homes. #gosh. The boogeyman is under the same roof, especially when it is dad. Yeah, that's sad. That's really, really sad. Let's take the break and come back.
Light up your life with a Brighter Days loan from First Heritage Credit Union. Get your unsecured motor vehicle loan or consolidate your credit card payments. The time by First Heritage Credit Union is 2:45.
The Jamaica Customs Agency continues to ensure the viability of Jamaica's economy and has instituted several trade facilitation measures for the export sector, including processing of export declarations upon submission, removing the need for dock receipts, rolling out the electronic export manifests for shipping lines, piloting the AEO Exporter Program for compliant exporters, spearheading the electronic single window for trade J-Swift project, and collaborating with other entities to implement the paperless exporter registration process and online payment services, as well as removing the need for licenses and permits from certain items. Exporters, we value your contribution. Let's keep the wheels of trade turning. Jamaica Customs, keeping our customers in focus.
The Haven Hill Baptist Church presents their virtual crusade on Sunday, May 23 and 30 at 8:30 a.m. and panel discussions on Wednesday, May 19 and 26 and Friday, June 4. For further information, check online or call 876-931-4947.
Now will be later to win, for the times they are a change.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Looking forward to your calls on 922-4112, 922-4113, 922-4114, and 922-4115. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, and you can also call us via WhatsApp. You can place a WhatsApp call to us, or you can call the line directly. And that one number for those three or more different things is 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. And let's see. Happy birthday to Janine Shepherd. Today is Janine's birthday, and all the others who are celebrating birthdays today. Janine, hope you're hearing. Chances are she is involved in some project somewhere and not hearing a word of what's happening here. But somebody, please tell her we did wish her happy birthday. Janine Shepherd, all the best. Would like to send out lots of love to our colleague, Pam Freeman, who lost one of her sons, was it about a week or two ago, Auntie Pam in Mandeville, Manchester. Please accept and we have spoken with her off air, but publicly now, please accept our condolences. The Power 106 family. Auntie Pam has played a critical role in helping to build this brand that is Power 106 FM. Auntie Pam is one of the brand builders, like Vivette Malcolm and Lorna Lewis and Sheridan Hutchinson and all the others, brand builders, business development executives who have played their part. And Auntie Pam has been more than a brand builder. She has mothered us over the years, no matter how old or young we are, and taken very good care of us on all those broadcasts that we have done in Mandeville, in particular, Manchester in general, wherever on the South Coast or Southwest Coast, and indeed, even in the corporate area and elsewhere. So, Auntie Pam, we know it's a rough time. We want to encourage you all as a family to be strong for each other and cherish the memories. This is why it's so important for us for family time. Family time is so important because those are the memories that are going to help to warm our hearts and ease our collective mind and give us that energy and strength and faith to move on, but not in a fleeting way. The kind of move on that says, I, as we have been weakened as a family by this tragedy, by this death, we through it, we use the energy to rebuild, to build back stronger, but never forgetting our loved ones, no matter how many years would have passed, keeping those loved ones in our hearts. And so again, condolences to our colleague Pam Freeman and her family, all the members of the family, on the passing of a family member, one of Auntie Pam's sons. So sorry. Douglas, yes. So sorry. In the meantime, may his soul rest in peace and light perpetual shine on him. The other, and it's just such a, I mean, in this time when we can't even, for obvious reasons, and we have no problems with the protocols, but it's a time when we can't even give our loved ones the kind of send off that we would love to, because of the times we're living in. So the pain is even more gut-wrenching, quite frankly. It's tougher, and we condole with not just Auntie Pam and her family, but all the other families who have been going through a rough time. It's been really rough, and it's not going to get any. And Vivette Malcolm just sent us a picture. She's another of our brand builders. I'm sure I mentioned her name just now. A picture of Douglas. I mean, oh boy. Yes, indeed. Thank you for sharing that picture, Vivette Malcolm. It's a picture is loaded, actually. Loaded. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Vision says, greetings, Sir D. Hope all is well with you and your family. Also to the staff of Power 106 and their families. Thank you very much, Vision. Marcia Wright is on YouTube. Good afternoon to you, Marcia Wright on YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and all the very best. Sharon, and this is how Sharon is spelled. The way Sharon is supposed to be spelled. Sheron. Sharon. Sharon is Sharon. That's Sharon. Sharon. Rose of Sharon. Sharon. Sheron is Sharon. So Sharon Campbell. Good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. And all the very best to you as well. We don't know, I don't know, driver in America, are you listening? I don't know if you're listening, or anyone from St. Elizabeth generally who is in the diaspora, for example, who is seeking to buy property in the Breadbasket Parish. There is some prime real estate there for sale in Treasure Beach, no less a place than Treasure Beach in St. Elizabeth. If there's anyone who is interested, the we could always put you on to the owner of that land and that owner's lawyer. So there's property, prime real estate. We're talking Treasure Beach. And the word there, treasure, should never ever be taken for granted. It's a treasurable place, Treasure Beach. And if you know of anyone who is looking for property, looking for land, especially such prime real estate as that area, a particular area in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth, we'll be happy to put you in touch. You would understand, listeners, that because of the work that we do and have been doing, we get calls from all over the world from time to time, not least of all right here in Jamaica. And we do our best to connect people with people and even people with property, etc., or direct or redirect them to the individuals, institutions, organizations that are able to facilitate. So if you know of anyone who would like to acquire land, prime real estate in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth, feel free. You can always message us on 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346, and we'll be happy to put you in touch with the bona fide owners of the property and their respective legal luminaries. Let's clear some more messages. Carol says, totally agree. Condolences, Auntie Pam, says Carol. Faye Weller says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan. Good afternoon, Faye Weller. Audrey Smith in Southampton in London says, good afternoon, Dervan and listeners. Happy Labor Day to all Jamaica listening from Southampton. Well, thank you belatedly. Labor Day was yesterday, Audrey Smith. Paul in Philadelphia continues to play his part, and I see Paul exclaiming, Treasure Beach. Yes, Paul. Sounds like you're thinking about it. And Driver in America, we know that you're very well positioned for this kind of acquisition, and being a St. Elizabeth man at that. Well, there you go. Norman Hines says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan, Malcolm, and listeners. Good afternoon, Norman Hines. How are you? Thank you very much for tuning in and joining us on both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. And we welcome the messages on our text line, same as the WhatsApp number, 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346. Can we share a couple more of the trending stories with you before we go on to some other useful information? South Sudan to return 72,000 COVID vaccines to COVAX. Why? Let's see. South Sudan, that's the newest country in the world, the youngest country in the world. And we do have listeners in South Sudan, by the way. We have received messages from listeners in South Sudan before. The capital is Juba. So the South Sudan will return 72,000 doses of donated COVID-19 vaccines after concluding it cannot administer the jabs before they expire. The country received 132,000 doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. That's Raskava's favorite vaccine, the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. South Sudan received 132,000 doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine in late March from COVAX. That's the global initiative to ensure lower income countries receive vaccines. But so far, they have administered less than 8,000. So they can't vaccinate their people fast enough to use up the vaccines before they expire, before some of them expire. And so they are looking to return 72,000 doses. I wonder if they want to send them to Jamaica. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3 o'clock.
You better stop, drop, and listen up.
For all your fire loss prevention and industrial safety needs, go to National Safety Limited. They design, install, supply, and service fire alarm and suppression systems and fire extinguishers.
They also sell PPEs, that's personal protective equipment to keep you safe on the job. Plus, they're your source for Timberland safety shoes.
Visit their website at nationalsafety.com.jm and follow them on social at National Safety Limited to find out more.
National Safety Limited. Your safety is our concern.
With all that's been happening for 2020, it may be easy to forget about the transatlantic hurricane season. But don't worry too much because we've got you covered. Literally, with tarpaulins, umbrellas, and raincoats.
We have candles, flashlights, lanterns, and batteries, cleaning and sanitization supplies, brooms, rakes, bins, multi-purpose containers, and buckets. We even have drinking water and non-perishable food items too.
Let us help keep you and your family taken care of this hurricane season. Stay aware, stay safe, and get prepared. At Bashco, at 30 years, giving you more.
Tune into Farm Talk, 6:18 to 6:35 a.m. the first Tuesday of every month, and 6:18 to 6:45 p.m. the last Tuesday of every month for First San in the Field. Real issues, real solutions. Join the Newport First San team in the field as they identify problems and tell you how to address them. First San in the Field. Real issues, real solutions is brought to you by Newport First San Jamaica Limited, the first on the land.
Who has stalled? There's a babble outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the times they are a-changing. Mothers and fathers throughout the land. And don't criticize if you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand. For the times they are a-changing. The line it is wrong, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be past, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly aging, and the first one now will later be last. For the times they are a-changing. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you'd better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the time they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who'll let its name in. For the loser now will be later to win. For the times they are a-changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a babble outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the times they are a-changing.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number. And that number is 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. We're getting a couple of inquiries with respect to the property being sold in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth. And so we're doing some of that connection work behind the scenes here, making sure that we put seller in control or in touch with the buyer and the buyer in touch with the seller. So that's what we're doing right now. And just so that we do it right away, and the two are connected. So this is reality radio as it happens. So we just put Carol, oops. Let's pull that back. Almost a giveaway, right? Oh dear. And then let's make sure that the person who is selling property is in touch with let's see. Right. So we're sharing contacts here. All right, so we have done that, but if there's anyone else, as I said, I did notice that Paul in Philadelphia was thinking about it. It would appear so. But let's see how that works out. In the meantime, we expected Raskava to call us because we did mention that the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine is his favorite. Greetings, Raskava. You're about to tell us about your favorite vaccine.
What I want to ask, does the protocol lifted for the memorial service in church for the persons?
No. Not that we're aware of. It's supposed to be. It's no funeral service, just a burial. And where there is any, although the churches, that's for burials and funeral services, but churches have been allowed 30 people for their services, for their church service, 30 people, no more than 30 in the service.
So that is what going to be held for Senator Johnson, or it is a memorial burial service or a memorial service? Which one?
I don't know the nature and extent of that send off for the former ambassador and former minister. I'm not sure. I haven't received any details as to exactly what will happen. What have you read or heard or seen?
I heard the Prime Minister was making an announcement that it's the memorial service. I think it will be held for the late senator. But the difference between the funeral service and the memorial service is that the memorial service is when you go in and you remember the person and you give a tribute.
Yes.
And the funeral service is done at the graveside.
They've made it clear that it's supposed to be a straight burial, no service at all, just a straight burial for 30 minutes, no more than 30 minutes. That's what is supposed to happen, unless since the churches are allowed to have services, and I don't think the act specifies what kind of service or services, and that they're allowed 30 people, I am thinking maybe that's the condition under which such a memorial service would be held, if one is in fact going to be held.
No, sir. My cousin passed off, and the casket was not even allowed to walk at the back door and enter through the church through the front door. They have to put one chapel in outer door, and they come straight from the parlor to the gravesite, and the interment take place. But now that I heard the Prime Minister announcing that service will be happening, I'm wondering if it is a state funeral is different from the citizens' funeral.
Yes, there is a difference. There is a difference, and I'm trying to remember. Did the Prime Minister announce a state funeral?
No, but if it is allowed to take place by the senator, it would have been within that precedent as a state funeral. The senator is a citizen, so why should that be allowed in the church? And for the average, my cousin could not go in the church that he always attended in life.
Well, as I said, unless they do it under the umbrella of the 30 people allowed to attend a church service in Jamaica.
That was mentioned to the pastor, and the police said, no, that will not happen. There's no memorial or funeral service will be held. So therefore, none of that took place. It just goes straight to the gravesite, and the pastor hurry up, put it in the vat, and that's it.
Yeah, well, again, I would have to inquire further, because I'm not sure what exactly has been announced with respect to the final rites, RITES, for the late former senator and former ambassador and high commissioner and minister, etc.
All right. Did you get that information to Mr. NWA, man? Read the train that I sent you.
No, wasn't it the mayor you wanted me to get it to? Did I misunderstand what you were saying?
You were supposed to get it to the, what is his name again?
Stephen Shaw?
Right, Stephen Shaw. Because the mayor is really responsible for the parish council / municipal district, you know. While Mr. Shaw now was responsible for the NWA nationwide, not nationwide, island-wide. So I sent it off to Power 106 in the morning. I listened all this morning, and when I called him, I said, no, nothing about that. So I'm saying, Mr. Malcolm, they should have an NWA office to report all these things in every capital, that they could inform him, or he could send his subsidiaries or his substitute or his other partners to go and verify the report if it is true.
Yes.
One can monitor the whole island. And in doing so, a lot of things get left unremembered or unnoticed.
Yeah, well, one of the areas, and I don't want to take away from the Clarendon situation, but I tried reaching the studios of Power 106 FM last week, I think it was last week, Tuesday, to get the host of the morning program to put to Stephen Shaw, Trinidad Terrace, Knutsford Boulevard intersection. And I had no luck, so I would not have tried again.
They're trying to get you, and his phone ring.
Yeah.
Get you.
Yeah, so I just
cannot monitor the entire island.
Yeah.
When people's share their experience. They want it to look like some people are creating problems and politicizing it. And it's not so. People live in the area and know what's happening.
Yeah, just a moment, Rascaba. We need to take a break. One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:15.
Tune in every Thursday from 11:30 a.m. to midday for Your Legal Corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk with Ronnie Thwaites. Email us at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Call lines 876-922-4112 to 5. For WhatsApp and text line 876-279-8598. Join the dynamic duo, Dahlia and Ronnie, as they assess immigration matters. Learn about the filing process, when to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 a.m. to midday every Thursday, right here on Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Yes, Rascava, you're not satisfied with the treatment you get when you call to highlight problematic roads or drains and related matters. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. They were the main road coming through Maypen, going onto the Bustamante Highway that connects the town. And the constituency changes at Jacob's Hut, right at the train line there. And the road is Barber Green from Maypen right to Jacob's Hut. And over the drain now going on to Four Parts, going through Clarendon Garden. The road is so bad that over the Christmas holiday, they show some 4 inches size sandstones in the road to fill up the craters. Right now, the vehicle have to interchange lane. We're not, there's no 2 lane, but them have the one over the left have to swing over the right at some time, vice versa, to get a little way to go through. And when I tell Mr. Shah, I say, no go so, he travel that road daily. We have to travel that daily road go daily. And they don't live in a Clarendon. And now one at a time, not so long ago, they have to block the road, you know. And over there, I mean, I say, well, if it is one road, why do you have to constitutionalize it? Why do you have to the road? It is a main road. And the one coming through Denby again, Anderson Street, when Denby show is taking place, you know, them travel on Anderson Street, that they don't have the congestion on the main road. That road is so terrible. And if anything happen out of the main road there, so they don't know if you turn when they come at Jacob and to go through to enter Maypen again, you know.
Oh, that's how it is now?
Yeah, that's the bypass for Denby.
Oh.
So you have to so then turn off and by the main gate at Denby.
Right.
By the traffic. So the traffic will divert, go around there, so, and the one way come through. And then that year time, they used to throw a little mall in night. Now them are throw a little mall in night, and as the water come, it wash it out of the vehicle, them drive a little fast panic, the whole of the mall blow out. And that drain that I'm talking as we go along and switch, I send the videos and photograph to the mayor too, you know. But he can't do very much or anything at all because it's an NWA drain.
Oh.
So we now to forward it to the relevant authority and put some energy on it. Since that Mr. Mike Henry would have also relevant person to contact about his constituency. But nothing has been done, Virgin, and then the ascant to the government is on the rise. And you cannot have that drain, the major drain that leads to hospital water, which is a colorful water in a sense. And the water don't have a freeway to run away. Because mosquitoes don't breathe in running water, you know.
Yes.
But they will breathe in stagnant water where the water not moving. And if it is bushed up, they grow underneath the bush and breathe there so too.
Yes.
And I don't know why the people might ignore that drain this right now. And they might talk about dengue. The public health people them pass through and looking at people's yard if they have water stored in a bucket or they sitting about the place. I'm show them the drain. They must say they oil it. You can't oil a drain that water is supposed to be moving into. You oil stagnant water that is not moving.
Yes.
I let the water run, we're going with the next little time the water move. But, Brethren, I don't know. That's why I'm afraid I depend on you. So to get the NWA first, please. Or Mr. Shaw.
All right. I'll put in another effort. But I did mix up. I think I mixed up the two because I somehow thought you wanted me to get the information to Mir Maraj.
Yeah, man. If you did it, it would have gone to him twice. So I'm just saying it's urgent. So he would have definitely forwarded it to them.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because it's out of their jurisdiction. They're not really in control of that. And I don't know why you have some road parish council and some at NWA when I see a road with people run up and down.
I think I used to recall, who was it? I think it was Mr. Thwaites back in the days, years ago, who used to call for one road, instead of having parish council roads versus NWA roads, to have one agency for all roads in Jamaica. But apparently, I don't know. Nobody is interested in that. None of the decision makers or the policy makers seem to be interested in that.
When it is like it is. But, it is sad, man, and it's not nice, brethren. Nice because people carry all dead animals come showing at the drain after me send you that video, and I tell you, say, man, 2 business places there within 12 feet and hitting at the middle. We have sell food and drinks. And you can't have them in the sitting there running a drain there, so. Mr. Henry, please, if anybody, me send it to Clarendon, Prosperity, Clarendon. Them a respond and say, boy, look how long. And nobody there say nothing about drain, and I know them. People just think, say, well, from the moment you say anything that happens within the time of their party in power, you fight against them party. But I am not one of that. Half of my shirt orange and half a green. It has to be decided. So I don't know about that. 2-1 shirt now.
Who got you that shirt, Raskava? Was it somebody from the green side or the orange side?
2-1, then 2-1. All right, sir, give time.
All right, thank you. I'll forward the information to Mr. Shaw.
Thanks on behalf of the citizens down here this side.
All right, sir. Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Who is this now? Good afternoon, Sir Malcolm. Sending congratulations to my 21-year-old son, Andrew, magna cum laude, who graduated from the University of Wisconsin, Platteville, with a BS in engineering and 2 minors, industrial control systems and entrepreneurship. Oh, this is Dr. Dunn in Skokie, Illinois, her son. Congratulations to your son, Dr. Dunn in Skokie, Illinois. Sending congratulations to her 21-year-old son, Andrew, magna cum laude, who graduated from the University of Wisconsin, Platteville, with a BS in engineering and 2 minors, industrial control systems and entrepreneurship. Well done to your son, Dr. Dunn. Well done. Vision says another... Greetings, Sir D. Hope all is well with you and your family. Also to the staff, Power 106 and their families. Another example of what can happen without planning and research. Why would you send more than 100,000 vaccines to somewhere that can only handle 35 to 40,000? Wise decision by South Sudan to give them back before they expire. nearest COVAX country should get them. I agree. Vision in New York, I agree. Give them to the nearest population that is in need. Is it a Cuban in Georgia is asking questions about the property in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth? Well, that information can be provided. Cuban in Georgia. That information can be provided. So let's see. We're going to share your information. Sharing your information with the seller. And let's see, share contact. And here is the seller. Share. Right, we just sent your details to the seller. And we're going to send the seller's details to you, Cuban, in Georgia. Right. So that is right. So we're happy to connect people in this way. Happy to connect people in this way. Let's see. Now, is this for real? This is a story. From the Star, a man who pleaded with a judge to give him a letter of exemption that would allow him to sleep in his car during curfew hours to avoid his girlfriend, had his request denied. Nimshi Barrett pleaded guilty to breaching the Disaster Risk Management Act, DRMA, last Thursday when he appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Your Honor, this girl go for over a year and me just see her back. Me and her no really make up because it's a different girl she catch me in the house with. So me I try avoid the argument with her. So me day in the car I try avoid her. And me tell her to go home, he explained. What a thing. You're welcome, Carol. You're welcome. We see your message. And Paul in Philadelphia, is this off air or on air, Paul? If you know of a couple of less fortunate high school athletes who are in need of track shoes, like rails, spikes, Paul in Philadelphia, having dispatched a shipment some time ago for the benefit of student athletes. He still has a couple or a pair or a couple pairs or so. And so we're putting it out there. If you know of needy student athletes, Paul in Philadelphia of the Paul Miles Foundation has a couple of spikes for these needy student athletes. You can always get in touch with us at 876-365-3346. That's a text line, a WhatsApp number, among other things. 876-365-3346 to make any inquiry about anything you would have heard on this program. You're welcome, Cuban in Georgia. Happy to share with you the other pertinent information. Let's see, on YouTube, welcome Rose McIntosh in London. She says, good afternoon, Sir Dervan, and all the listeners. Hope you all had a restful few days. We did. Thank you very much. More in a moment.
Mothers and fathers.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:30. Contractors and developers, Coast to Coast Quarries is having a 10% sale on all size stones. Coast to Coast Concrete has relocated to 5 Lady Musgrave Road and has opened a new plant at Somerset in Mandeville. So for all your concrete needs, including blocks and marl dust, look no further. Coast to Coast Group of Companies, expanding to serve you better. Call 876-706-3230, 876-754-7472, and 876-904-555527.
Hose Assembly and Supply HAS is the best at what they do. They supply hoses, fittings, and tools. They guarantee they are unbeatable in price and quality combined. Branded by you as the hose and tool boss with the most effective industrial solutions. Come, experience the joy of shopping with the hose boss. Call 876-923-3936 or visit them at 173 Hagley Park Road, 2 Charlesworth Crescent, or Montego Bay Trade Center. HAS would like to thank their customers for over 30 years.
Come gather round people wherever you roam, and admit that the
Getting a few inquiries for the property in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth, and inquiries coming from the diaspora. Members of the diaspora are contemplating and exploring the possibilities of acquiring that piece of property in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth. Well, we have connected those who needed to be connected, and we wish you all the best in your pursuits, those who have been connected with the seller. Raymond says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm and all. Good afternoon, Raymond. Errol in Maryland says, Rascarver is right. I went to look for a friend in December, and that main road needs to fix. Rose McIntosh says, congratulations coming from London, Dr. Dunn. Wishing your son all the best. Very good. Very well. Very well. We have, as parents and guardians, we have to be we have to celebrate the achievements of our children because there are so many distractions these days. We're going to the phone lines once again. It's a Tuesday afternoon just after 3:30. So technically speaking, it's time for Kids Connect. And we're going to take that call first. What we want to say to the children, this is the eve of the ability, the PEP ability test, the primary exit profile PEP ability test, which takes place tomorrow. We want to wish the students all the best. But here's one for you children. Those of you doing PEP would love to learn something from you this afternoon. So if you care to share whatever you have learned in your PEP preparation, whether for the ability test or otherwise, please call us and share the information with us. We want to learn from you. Teach us something this afternoon, please. PEP students, we want you to teach us something. 876-922-4112-5. 876-922-4112-5. Calling all PEP students, all 37,179 of you, 37,179 students who will be doing the ability test, the grade 6 ability test. We wish you all the best. But we want you to test us this afternoon. Teach us something. We want you to be our teachers this afternoon, young people, PEP students. So please call us on 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. You can send us your text messages and WhatsApp messages as well and voice notes to 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. If you need your parents' permission to participate, please seek that attention, and we'll be glad to learn from you. We want to learn something from our PEP students this afternoon. So whatever you have learned as you've been preparing for PEP, just call and tell us what you have learned. Anything, any subject area, generally, just call to explain something to us, something that you have studied, something that you have read, something that you have practiced, something that you have learned, and you would like to share it. We want to be we want to play the role of students this afternoon and listen to you, the PEP students, as teachers. How about that? We're throwing that out. Let's see how the young people, the PEP students, will respond. In the meantime, let's go to the phone lines, 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dervan.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I just want to say a very big thank you for putting me onto that program Sunday evening with the Consul General from Scotland.
Yes.
It was certainly a joyous occasion, and I'm pursuing it with my utmost.
Good.
Really want to make contact with him and so, because it is so interesting. You'd marvel. I won't keep a time. I know you want to go to
No,
the
man,
children.
go ahead.
I know you want to go to the children, and I'll just tell them this, that whatever they read, they should try and understand it. And what they understand, they remember. It is
Very
so
good.
important.
That's very well put. Very well put.
Yeah, my uncle taught me that,
Yes.
and he's actually a Dunn as well, too. Yeah, he was Nicholas Dunn.
Yes.
So early introduced me to the Reader's Digest when I was about 4, and said, read, make a man,
Yes.
But what I want to tell you also, boy, it's amazing. I listened to you on Saturday, and the call out of Oregon.
Yes.
Michelle Foster Williams.
Yes.
That's my wife, niece.
Oh,
it was so amazing. I just turned on the radio and immediately I heard her, It was so wonderful because, as my wife's favorite niece, when she was born, her dad say, yeah, that's my sister. So they have a good bonding,
Very good.
Yeah. So all the very best, keep very strong, and I will be coming to you, as I said, read this issue with Scotland,
Please.
because it's so important to our country, and I see it as a huge thing that can change some areas in Jamaica and so on, because even the area out in Dalvin, St. Thomas,
Yes.
I think this is the largest community in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Really? That's a breaking story. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, you can check it out. Yeah, that's Dalvin St. Thomas is the largest community in Jamaica and in the Caribbean.
Oh.
It's connected. It goes back to the Scottish people as well, the same people that established Money Mosque. They established that community over there in St. Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah. And when you have a chance, you can Google Money Mosque Castle in Scotland.
Oh.
That's where I would want you to make a broadcast from over in October. And
that would be something.
it would be excellent, beyond measure, telling you, because it tells a lot. You can see where the Roman Empire ended up in Scotland there. It's a vast occasion it would be for the group to broadcast from there in October during the conference.
Yeah. I know we've done Birmingham, we have done London, we have done Manchester, we've done A few other communities. Well, we've done Brixton, which is generally speaking in the greater London area, metropolitan area.
Yeah.
Croydon, we have done Croydon.
Yeah.
We've been to a few places actually, but never been to Scotland.
But I'd love for you to broadcast from there, just to make back the link and the connection between, because.
Well, I've been grounded for so long. I wonder if I can remember how to travel again.
At the Monimus Castle, I'm finishing now, but at the Monimus Castle in Scotland, there is a portrait. They had an exhibition down into the Syrian desert and looking for the musk plant. And they discovered the ruins of a city. You can read about the city in 2 Chronicles 8 and verse 4. And he built Tadmor in the wilderness. So the person who went on that expedition owned money musk in Jamaica because they were looking for the musk plant to make up a sugar that Syria used to make in the past, you know. Yes, a sweetened sugar, a perfume sugar that was made in Syria during the early century.
So it's like a special kind of sugar, man.
Most definitely, definitely. So those are some of the opportunities that we could embrace on, you know, and build on. So all the very best,
You too. Thanks for calling back. Happy to
man.
know you enjoyed Sunday's session with the great Sir Jeff Palmer.
I'm pushing for him to do the forward of my book because I'm rededicating it to Scotland, you know.
Oh wow, that's going to send your book sales through the roof.
I'm hoping whatever we can do to it, you know, because I'll be rededicating the whole book, the entire book, the second edition, to the Scottish people, their connection to Jamaica and what they have done so far, you know. Yes. But I'll talk more to you on it, you know.
No problem. Always good to hear from you. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, all the very best and keep strong.
You too. Take care.
Bye. Yeah.
This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Where are the PEP students? We want you to teach us something this afternoon. Anything, that which you have learned, you can use us as guinea pigs. Practice on us. Anything. Maybe you learned something that you are comfortable explaining. Maybe a methodology, maybe a principle, maybe an approach, maybe a subject, a topic, some kind of formula, whatever it is. Feel free, young people, to message us and to call us. This is especially the PEP students, who will be sitting the ability test tomorrow. How many of you did we say? 37,179, I think. Did I get that right? Somewhere in that region. They'll be sitting. The chances are they're doing some last minute preparation. But there's a thing about that, though. You want to be careful. You don't want to be cramming at this last minute, though. That's not ideal. Right now, you really should be doing some light revision. Nothing that is going to going to get you all worked up. Some light revision. Be as calm as possible, as relaxed as possible. Try and remember things by virtue of association. What is connected to what and what will trigger a particular flow of memory, etc. But PEP students who are sitting the ability test tomorrow, we wanted to give you an opportunity this afternoon on both sides of the story to share with us something that you have learned in preparation for PEP. How about that? 876-922-5400. 4112. These are the numbers to call, PEP students. 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can send us your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, and you can place your WhatsApp calls as well, or call the number directly. That number is 876-365-3346. There's more after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:45. Everyday living, we make it worthwhile. Real people, real value. Oh, what a style! From kitchen to bathroom, a whole heap of tile. Home and things for everyday living. Nice up your home, fix up every room. Shop every day, shop real value. Fixtures and faucets to catch your eye. We have the options, we have the style. Everyday living, so versatile. Real people, real value. Oh, what a style! Lowest price guarantee on everything you see. Home and things for everyday living.
Class is in session on Hits 92 FM and Power 106 FM. Join Hits 92 FM from Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Power 106 FM on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for class time. Fun, interactive, educational content for students from the early childhood to secondary level. We take you to school on a wide range of subjects, including language arts, literacy, mathematics, civics, religious education, and others, all from the comfort of your home. Class time on Hits 92 FM and Power 106 FM is brought to you in partnership with the Ministry of Education, Youth, and Information.
Come gather round people wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Cleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Hello to Inez Campbell-Brown in Bridgeport, Connecticut, always checking in with us. Thank you, Miss Inez. All the best to you and your family. Mammy Andrew Robinson, Brother Andrew from Atlanta says, I'm from Portland and my great-grandfather is in Scotland. Right, so there's another Scottish connection. And Rani Bell says, good day. Good day to you, Rani Bell. Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada says, Dervan, the gentleman you just spoke to, book. I missed it. What was the discussion? The discussion has to do with the relationship, past and present, and no doubt future, past, present, and future between Jamaica and Scotland. There are some connections, some significant connections that the caller was referencing. And he's actually writing a book and hoping to have the great Sir Jeff Palmer, the man, the Jamaican from St. Elizabeth, who revolutionized the beer industry, the brewing industry. And so that's essentially what that was about, Carol, in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Robledo Black Pearl Michelle says, joining late, staff meetings all day. Good afternoon to my radio family. God bless. Welcome, Robledo Black Pearl Michelle. Good to have you on board. Let's go to PEP students. We still want to hear from you. Don't be shy. You can text us if you're unable to call, or if you don't have permission to call. You can text or send us a voice note, whatever you have permission to do. But we just wanted to have a little fun, so to speak, on the eve of your ability test, the PEP ability test. Wanted you to play teacher. We wanted you, the students, to play the role of teacher this afternoon and teach us something. Teach us something that you learned that you would like to share with us. How about that? Vision says, good luck to all students taking PEP. Hope they all pass and excel. Where did the message go? Hope they all pass and excel in their studies further. Quick advice, try not to be nervous. And Solji, thank you very much, Vision in New York. Solji from Massachusetts says greetings. Greetings, Solji in Massachusetts. Let's go to the WhatsApp line, same as the text line, 876 365 3346. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Honorable,
Greetings.
blessed to you and world audience, radio audience. Yeah, as me that said to you, look while I say, Mary I talk about South Sudan.
Yes.
They them a send back some vaccine, something like that, outdated, something.
No, they're trying to send them elsewhere before they expire because they won't be able to use them up in time. They're not going that fast in South Sudan. They're way behind. So they would rather, instead of having them go to waste, they would rather send them to those who are better able to administer these doses long before the expiry date.
Okay. So yeah, say, that one that thing could have sent to you.
No, I'm thinking not of myself. I'm thinking of you as well, that you would want to get your AstraZeneca boost.
But you know, my AstraZeneca boots, I don't have any. My Ethiopia boots. Yeah?
Boost. No, not BOO, not BOOTS. BOOST.
To return quickly.
BOOST.
To return quickly.
Yeah, injection.
Return quickly.
Injection. You have never injection, man. Injection.
All right, you don't know, say, we don't want the white world when slaves inject nothing now, you know? World Health Organization and Pan-American Health Organization. I see something going on in Jamaica, I know.
What's happening in Jamaica?
Jamaica joined Organization American State 1969. A constitutional monarchy system of governmental rule over black people. You know, the same nation, people them who in slavery and do all manner of evil in this judgment after them system still a rule over we, you know?
So they're the ones who are doing evil now.
You know, them a Satan, man, and they never Satan them would do the world.
What's the evil? What's the evil they're doing?
Europe scrambled for Africa, slavery, colonization, and Commonwealth rule.
No, what's the evil they're doing right now? What's the evil they're doing right now?
All the evil we see are going on in the world today. Everything up wrong.
So it's
society, it's corrupt and unjust society.
So everything that is wrong and bad and wicked is the white people who are doing it.
European world is the foundation.
No. Everything that is bad and wicked around the world, it's the white people who are doing it.
Yeah, and those who them indoctrinate.
Oh.
Who take on to the adoption ways of them, you know? Like how you see in Jamaica.
So what is your solution to that dilemma? How are we going to get out of this situation?
Under the red, black and green banner, and the red, gold and green banner with the black 5-point star representing us as black people, the R symbol representing righteousness, a righteous kingdom, and the lion symbol represents Ethiopia crown. Gather ourselves under these banners, repatriation as an independent African nation, free from British rule, European system of government in Jamaica, Africa, you know? And we stand up in our farmer glory.
Another flight is heading to Africa. Did you hear? Another flight is heading to Africa. Will you be on it? A direct flight.
You know, a man like we have to up to date with our one.
Tell us, man.
You know, say this government. Listen this. You know, say this government here, man, the government did offer I ship to go already, you know. We tell them, say no.
And you turn it down? I don't understand you. Why? Why did you turn it down?
You see, the man say come to all. black sons and daughters, them and those who have no helper.
So you want to
Black sons
empty
and
this
daughters
place
to
called
return.
Jamaica. You don't want anybody to be left here. You want to take everybody to the continent of Africa.
Indigenous people of Jamaica, the indigenous people of Jamaica will return to them land, you know? Who is the indigenous people of Jamaica?
The Tainos.
Dervan? Tainos. Okay. All right. Oh, but he's a bright, bright star, you know. That's why I love you, you know. So black people hear Dervan say the Tainos is indigenous people. So the Americans is not good with black people. No, they attack on Jamaica. Brainwash the judgment case.
But hold on now.
Anyway.
Now, seriously though, if you're going to travel, you're going to need a passport. What kind of passport are you going to get?
We never come down upon no visa and no passport, and that's why we are chanting international repatriation, free waterway.
But you can't travel without documents. You can't travel without documents.
Crisis coming over the world victorious, you know?
Yes.
You know? Our black philosopher, you know, point us to Africa. Holy Emmanuel eyes,
Rastafari. Thanks for the call. All the best. Take it easy. Safe travel on the gravel. Oh no, we need as much relief as we can get. These are tense times with COVID-19 and all. Come on, relax. Oh boy. Let's clear. Let's clear these messages. Travis the Gifted Hansen says, good afternoon, Dervan and everyone. Just want to send my condolences to the Stoner family of Paisley, Maypen, Clarendon regarding their mother, Faith Stoner, who passed away in New Jersey on Sunday. May her soul rest in peace, and may you all find comfort in this difficult time. That's Travis out of Detroit, Michigan. We join you in conveying condolences to the Stoner family, Stoner, the Stoner family of Paisley in Maypen, Clarendon, regarding their mother, Faith Stoner, who passed away in New Jersey on Sunday. May her soul rest in peace, and may you all find comfort in this difficult time. That message from Travis the Gifted Hansen in Detroit, Michigan. See, that's what we're talking about. There's a lot of that happening, a whole lot of that happening. Loved ones just dying, and not that death is anything new, but just the seemingly toxic environment that we now operate in, made toxic by COVID-19. It's all the more challenging. Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada says, in reference to the caller earlier on, with respect to who's writing a book, Carol says, I hope he'll include the Scots' involvement in slavery in Jamaica. That is irrefutable, Carol. It's out there. Earl Moxham has done some very instructive stories connecting the dots between Scotland and Jamaica. That's very well documented. And you can't, if you are going to be writing the history of the relationship and the involvement of the Scots in Jamaica and vice versa, naturally, all of this would be included, Carol. Scots owned nearly 30% of the estates in Jamaica, and by 1817, a staggering 32% of the slaves at any given time, of the slaves. So they owned 30% of the estates and 32% of the slaves. At any given time, there were only about 70 or 80 slaves in Scotland. But the country reaped the fruits of their labor in the colonies, in the sugar, cotton, and tobacco plantations. I wonder if we shouldn't get #reparation from the Scots. My paternal grandmother is Scottish. Well, I'm not too far from that. Malcolm, The Malcolms came over along with all the other Scots on that failed Scottish expedition, that shipwreck off the coast of St. Elizabeth. And so it is. We're all connected. We can't shake off our past. We can't choose our family now, can we? One moment, please.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4 o'clock.
Under the law. Know your rights and how the laws of Jamaica can help you defend those rights. Under the law.
Brought to you today by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is advising the public that the telephone numbers for the St. Catherine Parish Office, located at 10 Hanover Street, Spanish Town, are 876-984-2554, 876-618-0505, and 876-618-0563. That was a public service announcement from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security.
Edson, you all right?
Yeah, me all right.
You could have fooled me. Far from your coming, you just sit down in front of the TV and look on the blank screen.
You want me turn it on?
No go there with me. Something not right. Talk to me, darling.
Well, you have to know sooner or later. The man them a make my position redundant, Marcia. So them a go outsource the delivery service.
You're not serious. In a this your time?
Them turn loose 2 of the driver them the other day. So business slow. But me never expect that to reach me. John.
So what you gonna do?
What me fi do? Me have to go find another work.
Easier said than done. This COVID-19 make things tight all around. No only for work out there.
One thing for sure. Me have 2-week vacation leave and I want to take it before the redundancy date. Don't that sound reasonable?
Me not sure, sir. Because me say when them give you notice for redundancy, you can't get to take a vacation.
Marcia, you must be mad.
Think about it seriously, Edson. If you leave 2 weeks earlier, it might spoil up them business. What I hear is that although you can't take the 2 weeks vacation leave, they will have to pay you for the leave, and you will get it in addition to the redundancy money.
You know what you're talking about, Marcia. He cannot take the vacation leave once he has received a notice of the redundancy exercise. Under the Holidays with Pay Order 1973, vacation leave cannot be granted to any worker during a period of notice given by his employer to terminate his employment. That's how it is under the law.
Brought to you today by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection.
Join us Tuesdays at 6:45 and 8:55 a.m. and at 4 and 9:55 p.m. on Power 106 FM for Under the Law. "49 years later and still going strong. Under the Law helps you to know your rights and how the laws of Jamaica can help you defend those rights. The program is brought to you on Tuesdays by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection. Under the Law at 6:45 and 8:55 a.m. and at 4 and 9:55 p.m. Tuesdays on Power 106 FM.
Always rise with your pen and keep your eyes wide. The chance won't come again, and don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who let its name in.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 4:04. Quelle heure est-il en français? Il est 4:04. 现在地点了10:04分。4:04 on Power 106. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. How about that? Checking in with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Hello to Jacqueline Simmons. Good afternoon. Blessings to you too, Jacqueline. Andrew, brother Andrew, is having a very good laugh. So too, Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. She says, Dervan, you're a trip. I'm cracking up. Another direct flight. Go Africa. Andrew is still cracking up. Well, that's good. Laughter is good medicine. Herman Bowie Bailey says, blessings always, Mr. Malcolm. To you too, Herman Bowie Bailey. Lady Jean in Monique St. Anne says, Dervan Malcolm, you know you're bad in a good way. I love you. Yes, thank you, Lady Jean. There's a no, but it's true. There's another flight. There's another direct flight that is coming up. Seriously, it's not a joke. There's another direct flight. Let's see if we can pull up the story for you. Let's see. Direct flight. Nigeria to Jamaica. Jamaica. No, not that one. This one is the other way around. Direct flight Jamaica to Ghana. Is this one? Jamaica to Ghana? No. I think it's Jamaica to Nigeria. Jamaica to Nigeria. Hold on. Jamaica to Nigeria. That is coming up. I think Professor Rosalie Hamilton is going to be on that flight and some other people. Where is it? Following the yeah, I think this is the story. Jamaica 2021. Where are you? This is it. I think this is it. Let's see what it says. Following on the success of the first ever non-stop flight from Nigeria to Jamaica, and this was in January, the company behind the historic initiative has organized another trip from the mother continent to the island that promises to be even better. And there will begin in Lagos before stopping in Ghana for more passengers. Plane schedule will begin on Is it this one? April according to we're not seeing the story that we really wanted to share with you. We're not seeing it. But truly there is, let me see if I can bring up Professor Hamilton. There, Professor Hamilton. Here we go. So the next direct flight, to the caller earlier on, the next direct flight to Nigeria leaves Montego Bay. Oh my God, it's gone. Hold on. Today is Tuesday, the 25th. 9 o'clock this morning. 8 o'clock. You missed the flight. Honorable, you missed the flight, man. You missed the flight. It was this morning at 8 o'clock Jamaica time, 9 o'clock Eastern Daytime. So let's see here. 16 hours Wednesday. Africa's Untapped. Yeah, was this the... Oh, there was a webinar. There was a webinar on the 19th that presaged this trip to Nigeria. So our good friend there missed the flight. You'll have to wait for the next one. What a pity. Never mind. Let's continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Solji in Massachusetts, greetings to you too. Solji in Massachusetts, it's been a while, so much so that we have to input your name once again in in the on this smart device. Soldier in Massachusetts is back. Let's see who else is up and running. H. Morgan in Birmingham says, Mr. Malcolm, you certainly have a lot of patience to be talking to that man about Africa. But it's good you're able to laugh at the end. I don't know what some people won't take time to. I don't know why some people won't take time to educate themselves, but it's truly worth a laugh. Thank you, H. Morgan in Birmingham. Although my late mother used to say the frog said, what is joke to you is death to him. So it is. Vision says, good luck to all students taking PEP. I think I read that already. Ras have a point. No travel documents were needed to be brought here forcefully, but now you're being held here and can't leave unless you have a passport and a visa. I don't know about people being held here. If you want to leave here, then go get a passport and a visa. Those are the conditionalities in today's world. The conditionalities before the abolition of the transatlantic slave trade in 1807, although it continued for a while thereafter. What happened before that was a conditionality of the time. That was the context in which people operated at the time. Doesn't make it right, but then some could argue that it doesn't make it wrong, considering that that was the law, that was the system, that was the setting, that was the context of the time. But then throughout history, we have seen where within the experience of the moment and the knowledge of the moment and the awareness of the moment, some steps are taken to redress actions of the past. So, for example, those who used to be persecuted for a spliff, for example, and that would stain their records, pun intended, literally and figuratively. There was a law that was passed. I believe that bill was piloted by Mark Golding. I think he was the one who piloted that bill, the now opposition leader, to expunge the records of those who had been charged for a spliff. And so that's an example of how the experience of the moment, the knowledge of the moment, the social construct of the moment can also serve to redress or provide some kind of reparative justice to those who would have been wronged at that time. Well, in the context of the now is what defines that they were wronged back in the day when whatever happened to them. But this is deep history. So it is. Vision says European slave owners are not the only ones to blame, but they are a major part of the problem. Thank you very much for the messages. Keep them coming. PEP students, I'm very disappointed. Not one PEP student. I take it I hope you're not all cramming for tomorrow's exam, for tomorrow's ability test, because you don't want to do that the night before or the day before. You really want to be doing some light revision now and testing your knowledge, your analytic skills, your critical thinking skills. And we're saying, come catch your practice, or as we say in Jamaica, catch your practice. Teach us something this afternoon. Which smart, bright, PEP student would like to teach us something this afternoon? We're not talking a whole lesson. We're not talking a 1 hour lesson or a 15-minute lesson. We're just talking a principle, a method, a practice, an approach that you have learned that you want to share with us. The lines are open 876 922 4112, 876 922 4113, 876 922 4114, and 876 922 4115. The text line, same as the WhatsApp number 876 365 3346. Natalie in Washington Gardens is calling us on the text line, which doubles as the WhatsApp number. Hello, Natalie in Washington Gardens. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You hearing me?
Clearly, yes.
Yes, thanks. On the matter of expungement, where is the government on the fact that they had planned to expunge the records of our national heroes? Do you know where they are now?
No, but there's a school of thought that says this business about bearing the scars, the scars of war, or that it's almost like what you're going to do now is to try to sanitize, their record, as opposed to just putting it all out there. In other words, this person who is now a hero was charged with so and so, and as it turned out, those charges were trumped up charges, etc. Blah blah blah. History. So it is there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much. I think seeking to expunge would reduce the heroism of the individual. Because what you're saying when you put the story of the individual out there, these are the hurdles that the individual had to overcome. This was how the individual was persecuted, and the individual, even in the midst of persecution, was able to liberate a people and give people hope, etc. So when you go and expunge, it's like it's neither here nor there. They did what they had to do within the context in which they did it. We have to take another. Oops, goodness, we're way past the break. What happened? One moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
18 minutes past 4 o'clock.
Good ideas grow from informed decisions. Make the right choice. Sign up for Gleaner Premium today. Get access to additional news and information at your fingertips. Keep up with current events anywhere. Get the exclusive Gleaner Premium experience and pay nothing for 30 days. Go to jamaica-gleaner.com/premium to enjoy this limited time deal. Gleaner Premium. Choose to unlock more.
49 years later and still going strong. Under the Law helps you to know your rights and how the laws of Jamaica can help you defend those rights. The program is brought to you on Tuesdays by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection. Under the Law at 6:45 and 8:55 a.m. and at 4 and 9:55 p.m. Tuesdays on Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, both sides of the story. Power 106. Que hora es en español? Son las 4:19. Quelle heure est-il en français? Il est 4h19. Tiensai, TDN le, CDN Shi Jiao Fen. 19 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you done your homework yet? Well, young people, yes, we know some of you are still on midterm break, the Labor Day midterm break. Trust you had a restful, enjoyable, and yet productive few days and are getting ready now, especially the primary school students, for the PEP ability test tomorrow. We want to remind our young people, well, we trust you had a productive day of learning nonetheless. And you know what we always say, even when school is out, homework is always in, because homework is about preparation, and proper preparation prevents poor performance. And as we always say, young people, socialization makes you educable, education makes you trainable, training makes you employable, and the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. I suspect there's a PEP student trying to get through to us. We are seeing the missed calls popping up. We will pursue that call in a little while from now. But in the meantime, we'll go back to our caller online. That's Natalie in Washington Gardens. So the position that some of us take is these individuals are who they are who they were. And,
Yes, I know that. I know that.
And it's their lived experience. So what this business of expunging, it means a present day politician or politicians or government or opposition or whoever, they are now going to say, well, we were the ones who expunged Marcus Garvey's record expunged or something like that. I'm not sure how much value that is going to add to the life and work of Marcus Garvey.
I see where you're going. Because what is just the circumstances of some of them, in particular, Paul Bober and George William Gordon that I'm looking at, and Buster Manty and Norman Manning.
Well, but the work has been done, and there's a saying that says, there's a saying that says, work done cannot be undone. So no matter what, nobody can erase the work that they did. You can't change that. Nobody can deny that. The facts are there. The history is there. So it is.
Good to hear your comments, and I hope to hear from the families of those heroes, because they must have families in Jamaica here to hear what they have to say.
Well, let's listen out. Let's listen out. Thank you.
All right.
Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Let's go to the phone lines once again, 876-922-4112-5. Good afternoon, and there's a call coming in on WhatsApp. Good afternoon. Hold on, please. One moment, please. We have another call on the regular call-in lines. Thanks for calling on WhatsApp, but hold on, please. One moment, please.
Yes, hello.
So let's go to the phone line. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, blessed love.
Blessed love to you too.
Yes, Empress, I man give thanks, you know.
No, this is not an empress. This is an empire.
Oh, it's a
or a king. Yes.
Okay, my lord, blessed. Give thanks.
Don't worry about it, man. We're cool. Go ahead. We're comfortable in our skin and our sexuality, so we're cool.
Yeah, it's better we have a joy more than we fuss, you know?
That's right. That's right.
Yes, I give thanks. Firstly, this is the Ethiopia, Africa, Black International Congress. Formerly at 54B Spanish Town Road, now headquarters 10 miles Bull Bay, 13 Marcus Garvey Way. They call us the Bobo Shanty, you know, or the Bobo them, you know, as one entertainer says, see the Bobo dreadlocks with the broom, you know. So it's I and I here, worthy, stand with our worthy founder, leader, President God and King, the Black Christ, Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edward, Honorable Marcus Garvey the Prophet, and Honorable Emperor Haile Selassie the King, and with the Queen, you know. So I give thanks. Art of Celebration Day. Today is Africa Black Liberation Day. So and I give thanks, you know, Art of Love and Joy to all Ethiopian sons and daughters, black people, four wings in Jamaica and out, and everyone on a whole, you know. It's just love to all. Well, I just here to share, as I heard you were speaking, if anyone have anything to teach or to impart still, you know.
Yeah, it was really for the PEP students, but it's all right. Go ahead, no problem.
Okay, no problem. Give thanks for the opportunity. Yes, did you all know that in 1957, when Governor Youfoot was going out of office, he freed the Jamaica people at that time, and the Jamaica government at that time was dissolved, and it was called self-determination. That means the people of the island of Jamaica were free to form their own people's government. Self-determination. The ceremony was held in the 14th parish, and the people were free. So 1958, 1st of March, Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edward from the EABIC, Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress. The government here in Bulbi, as you know, as I was saying earlier, before. You know, so the 1958, the people get a government, a people's government, you know, and then 1962.
That was a crown colony. I'm trying to remember we went through a series. Anyway, go ahead. I'm just trying to recall the actual sequence of events leading to self-government. But go ahead.
Right. So as I was saying, Honorable King Emmanuel formed the People's Government 1958, 1st of March. And then in 1962, you have the Jamaica independence. So what I was saying, 58 is before 62. So if the people did have a government in 58, they would need 162. You know? So that is an irony in other way. When we were growing up, I go school, primary, all age, even high school, we hear them say 62 is a bogus government and Rasta government are the first. But I never really know the fullness until now. Seeing the whole detail, 58 is before 62. And if the people did have a government 58, that means they would need a false independence 62.
A false independence, really?
Yeah, because 1st of August was in emancipation. So if the people were emancipated from the 1st of August, they were free. That they would transportation were supposed to supply for the people who wanted to go back to Africa. And also compensation were laid down, 20 million pounds sterling by Queen Victoria.
So who got that money?
Who got that money? The slave. They do some kind of trickery and give it back to the slave masters. And then they use the money and form big organization and corporation that it exists up to today. So my question
we're knowing all that you know and sharing all that you just shared. What's the next step? What's the next move?
Next step is now what happened to the masses of people, whether enough or few, who want to go back home to their birthland where they were taken from. Because we were taken out against our will and come on and park here in Jamaica and the Caribbean. But we still want to go home. So
you haven't enjoyed life in Jamaica at all?
No, there's better life, you know, because remember, you know, where your navel string cut, you know, that's how your nativity is.
Oh.
So we as African who acknowledge our African being and self want to go home. And all the prime ministers, governor general from Youfoot days come right down from 14 men ruling to today. Honorable King Emmanuel and the Congress here and the priest representatives have been agitating, but it all fall on deaf ears and hypocrisy and bigotry. And we still want to go home.
But there are efforts to strengthen the ties between Africa and Jamaica. And one such example was the second of two flights That there was a flight this morning to Nigeria. Oh, I'm
So,
sorry you missed it.
true, I acknowledge those flights because it was Honorable King Emmanuel who opened those doors through his education.
Well, we appreciate of the call, but we're gonna have to take flight now. We have to take
All
a
right,
break.
give thanks. But the reminder is repatriation. We want the Jamaica government to bring up our rights.
We
To
hear
the
you
youth.
clearly. Thank you.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30.
Hello.
This Child Month, we're taking the Kinteet and Hot Bun podcast to the airwaves.
Make it a date with me, Amina Blackwood Meeks, on Power 106 FM for the tales the little ones love. Set your alarms and join me and my two friends, Kinteet and Heart Bun, at 1:15 every Saturday afternoon for the month of May.
Come for the fun, stay for the story.
It's Kinteet and Heart Bun with me, Amina Blackwood Meeks, right down the time. 1:15 this and every Saturday afternoon for the month of May on Power 106 FM. I'm going to look through the radio and see if you join me here.
Join us, won't you?
49 years later and still going strong. Under the Law helps you to know your rights and how the laws of Jamaica can help you defend those rights. The program is brought to you on Tuesdays by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability, and social protection. Under the Law at 6:45 and 8:55 a.m. and at 4 and 9:55 p.m. Tuesdays on Power 106 FM.
For he that gets hurt will be he who has stole. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows.
Que hora es en español? Son las 5:28. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5:28. 现在几点了？5点28分。28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Do you know where your children are? Are they where they're supposed to be? Doing what they're supposed to be doing? It's a good time to check up on the children. A good time to continue with more on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. It has taken us just over an hour to get a PEP student to call us to teach us something this afternoon ahead of tomorrow's ability test to be administered to some 39,179 PEP students. So here's our first PEP student this afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
I am fine.
Good. What's your first name, please? Chrisan. What school do you go to, Chrisan?
Claremont All-Age School in St. Anne.
Good. It's good to have a call from St. Anne, from out of rural Jamaica. Excellent. So now, what have you learned that you would love to teach me and all the people listening to both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM?
Okay, I'm going to tell you, give you a few pointers of what we have learned.
Sure.
Okay, so the test is about two different things. It is about verbal reasoning and quantitative reasoning. And in the verbal reasoning, it is mainly about language arts. But the mental ability test consists of all subjects, which gives you an idea of each one, which helps you to think. In that, it kind of gives you an idea of what to expect the teachers taught us. So one thing in verbal reasoning that I have learned is that it's something that you have to find relation in to answer your question. And you have to think and read the question carefully before answering. So for example, you have seat is to car as toes are to, and you would say body part. You have to find the relation in the first one to find out what is your answer. So it is you should find out the relation. For example, adjective, adverbs, and so on. So you should find the relation, and first you should stop, take a breather, and find out your answer by finding the relation of the first ones. In the quantitative reasoning, it is about mathematics, which is about thinking, and it consists of all different things in mathematics. For example, you have something and you're supposed to find out. For example, you have 6 teams and you want to see how many matches they played against each other. They played each match 2 times, and you're just going to have something done. You're going to have all the teams, so you're going to have team 1 to 6. And you're going to say, all right, so team 6 played
all their
5
matches.
of them.
Mm-hmm.
2 times. So they played each 2 times. So when you find out how many times they played each team, that is 5. And then when you double it, you're going to have an answer of 10. So you're going to continue. So you have 10, the other team would have 8, the next one would have 6, and you keep on reducing till you reach the last one, which is team 1 would leave you with 0. When you got all of your answers, you would add and add. So I have, so from 10 go down to 0 each time you reduce 1. So when I add up all the numbers that I have, that is how much games they have played and how much matches they have, which gives you a total of 30.
Oh.
Not sure.
You said you're not sure?
To add it, but I don't. Not sure right now because I don't have anything to add it on.
Or you're just going off the top of your head?
Yes, right now.
Oh.
So you just have to add up all of those and your answer. For example, your answer is 28 and you write they have a total of 28 games in each match. So it is about mostly thinking. They haven't learned much about it hasn't been anything new to us. It has just been what we have learned so far, and we just add some stuff on it. We are supposed to think about the question before answering, and we have a total of 1 minute and 8 seconds to answer each question, which is a total of 40 questions, and you have 1 hour and 15 minutes, and you're supposed to answer each question with reading correctly. If you don't read and take your time, if you take too long on one question, you're going to lose time. And we're supposed to do something which helps us to think, so it is about mainly of thinking. So that is what we are told to do. Think and think outside of the box, inside of the box, and think about things that we have learned.
Very well done. Is it Chrisanne you said, right?
Yes, sir.
Well done, Chrisanne from Claremont in St. Anne. You're a very articulate young lady. You speak well, and you obviously have an understanding of the what is expected in tomorrow's ability test. So, how prepared are you for the ability test?
I feel about 90% ready, because the 10% that I'm not ready is because I feel a little overwhelmed that if I don't pass for the school of my choice, I will be flattered and I will be angry at myself. So I'm really just thinking about whether or not I'm going to pass for the school of my choice, because on Friday we got a test that is supposed to kind of give us an idea what the test is about. And when I got that test, I was excited, and when I did it, I got good marks, but I got almost everything right until there was a part at the end of it which had a table which I did not understand the listing of. So we're supposed to just think about what we're doing, and doing that you're not supposed to be anxious. You're just supposed to think. So that's why I'm not 100% ready, because I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to pass for the school of my choice and how I would feel against how my teacher teach me well. And I'm just kind of anxious and excited at the same time.
I can well imagine, but just take it one step at a time, one priority at a time. If you do your work, and you obviously have been doing your work, you have been practicing, you have been studying, you have been reading, and all that it is required now. And importantly, you have been developing your level of understanding. Once you understand it, in fact, I like to say, only those who understand it can pass it. Only those who understand it can pass it. So once you understand the subject, once you know the formula, once you know the methodology, once you know what is required, all you have to do now is to apply yourself. Because you know it. You have been reading it, you have been studying it, you have been practicing it. So now you are being called upon to put into practice that which you have been, to apply to the exam paper or the test paper, that which you have been learning and practicing and studying and preparing for. But don't worry too much about which school you're going to go to. Just put in the work. Once you do the work, all else will be added on to you.
Okay, sir. Just one more thing.
Sure.
I want to thank all of the teachers that have been teaching us very well, because if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have been where we are today. And I'm just glad that they pushed back the test to time that we are supposed to be well prepared, and I am glad that I got enough time to feel ready. And I just got some things to think about that our guidance counselor told us, that we're not supposed to worry, and test anxiety is just going to let us fail. So we should just take a breather and keep yourself motivated and don't think about any negative thoughts.
That's
and
right.
I want to also give a shout out to my teacher, Mrs. Miller of the Claremont All Age School. She have done many things to help us to pass our PEP exam. And it is really about thinking. You have to understand it to know what you're doing. So I advise you students out there to just think about what you are doing before you answer your question.
Very well done. We're going to invite you to call us back anytime you're able to in the future, so that we keep in touch with you to see how well you are doing. And we know you're going to do well.
Thank you, Mr. Malcolm.
All
Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. That's Chrisanne. She's one of the 39,179 students who will be sitting the primary exit profile PEP ability test tomorrow. And we wish her well. And all the other students, we wish them well. We love when children are able to express themselves. And we must encourage that. We must encourage more of our children to express themselves. We must listen to them, and let's learn from them, even as they are learning from us as well. But we wish all the students all the best. Try not to do any cramming right now. Please, it's not about cramming. It's about understanding. If you understand the subject matter, if you understand the principle, if you understand the practice, the methodology, once you understand it, you should be able to manage, no matter what angle the question is asked from, no matter how the exam or the test is set. Because you understand it, you'll be able to unravel it and get down to the essence of the response that is required to that particular question. We missed Glenn's call a while ago. Sorry we missed your call, Glenn. Let's look at some more messages. This one says, did you know the slave owners are being compensated for giving up slavery? They were compensated, absolutely. Giving up slavery after enriching themselves for years with free labor. We want to return, and not without reparations. By all means, for those of us who feel strongly about this matter, by all means, pursue it, pursue it, pursue it. Go after it. Go after it. We wish you well. More in a moment.
Your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45. It's here, it's there, it's everywhere. It's OneSpotMedia.com. Watch your favorite local program or listen to your favorite radio station from anywhere in the world on your tablet, smartphone, or personal computer. Download the app now and keep up to date with your favorite local programs on TVJ. Check us out at OneSpotMedia.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook.com/OneSpotMedia, and subscribe now.
OneSpotMedia.com.
Come gather round people wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing.
Que hora es en espagnol? Son las 5 menos 14. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5 heures moins 14. 现在地点了5点14分. 14 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Good afternoon to all working Jamaicans tuned into both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. It's a good time for us to ask ourselves, how productive have we been today? How productive have we been today? Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada says, Dervan, maybe he's trying to get to Shashamane, Ethiopia. Mind you, many of our hue globally are returning to the motherland. That is true, Carol. We have seen a couple of features on that. Matter of fact, Ghana has many Jamaicans returning as well. That is true. That is a fact. Carol, thank you. Nicola in Mandeville, Manchester, good afternoon. Thanks for calling. Marcy Davey, my cousin in New York, says, Chrisanne, much blessings in the exam. You will do well. We join you, cousin Marcy, in speaking into being Chrisanne's performance, not just in tomorrow's ability test, but whatever other tests she'll be subjected to as part of the primary exit profile. Thank you. This is... We want our children to know that they can call this program anytime we're on. We are prepared to put the adults on hold so that we can hear from you, the children. Very important to us. So don't be shy when it comes to this program. We're happy to hear from you. We want to hear from you, whether on a Tuesday afternoon just after 3:30 or any other afternoon. For as long as we are on this program, we look forward to hearing from you and we encourage your participation. We want to help you to develop your presentation skills, to develop your public speaking skills, to develop your thinking skills, etc. So please feel free, young people, to think of this program as your program as much as it is the program of all those who have listened for a very long time, even those who just came on board today. Whenever we always have time for the children, always. Well done to Chrisanne in St. Anne. Some more messages. Solji in Massachusetts says, Solji, yes, it has been a while. Just have been busy, have a company that I started. Well, Solji, don't hide your light under a bushel. Message us, tell us when you are ready for an interview and we'll gladly discuss. Remember, we stand on 4 legs when we do this program, in a manner of speaking, or in whatever we do essentially, to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. So we look forward, Solji in Massachusetts, interviewing you about your business. Wayne says, "Good day, Dervan. It is a joke to some of your callers when Back to Africa comes up, but flight to the West, America, and others is serious. The Bible must be fulfilled. May will flock to modern Babylon. May will flock to modern." There's a typo here somewhere. "Will flock to modern Babylon, like that." Oh, many. Maybe you meant many. Many will flock to modern Babylon, like what some of the laughing people do. Thank you very much for your message, Wayne. Lorna has sent us a voice note. Oops, Lorna, we have to listen to the voice note before we play it on air. That's the only thing, Lorna. We'll see if we can find a way to listen off air. Remove. Good day, Mr. Malcolm. Rose from Westmoreland. What plan is in place by the government to assist people with a national ID to access the benefits of the PATH program? Well, the national ID system is not in place yet. That's not in place yet, Rose in Westmoreland. I would imagine we will find out when that system is put in place. But it's supposed to help to create a more efficient system, as far as we are aware. Thank you for your message. Arlene Clark says, Dervan, she needs a gift in reference to Chrisanne. What a blessing. She will do well. Thank you very much, Arlene, in reference to Chrisanne, who called us a while ago. Carol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada agrees. Thank you all so much. I'm sure all of this is helping to enhance Chrisanne's self-belief as she sits the ability test tomorrow. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir. Michael?
Yes.
Oh, big thanks. You get a triple call today from the Congress.
Yes.
In the interest of entrepreneurship and in the interest of time, all right? And for those who try to trivialize the continent of Africa. All right. My brother-in-law owns an oil company in New York, right? And one day I was filling up the truck to go deliver home eating oil, and a ship came in from Nigeria, right? A barge. And I got the permission from my brother-in-law who owns the company. He's married to my sister, over 50 years now, that if I could get the oil to New York, he could sell it or distribute it. All right. About 10, 15 years ago, I had done such through documentation and submitted all those documents to the Nigeria Embassy on Waterloo Avenue, you know?
Waterloo
Road, right. Right? Because as I submitted to them that I cannot buy the oil from them, but I can facilitate the selling of the oil in New York because I also have a vested interest in the redemption of Africa, right? Even the commissioner at the time, she was female, I don't remember her name, but she even said she put it in her diplomatic bag and said, "Serious, I put it in my diplomatic bag. Should you happen to get through, remember me." All right. So, and the subject of entrepreneurship, even though people now try to think that maybe I should go directly to Nigeria, to the oil ministry, and submit again these documents, because as I told you once before, my mother, my family came in on the Zank, because my mother is from Black River, St. Elizabeth, right? And I am trying to find out now if my family, through the same ancestry.com, if my family in Nigeria have oil, because I can facilitate selling of that oil. And I did submit documentation to the Nigeria embassy about 10 years ago to ask them if they I could facilitate oil, because we have places, our friends in New York, where if we have excess coming in, there are people who have vast amount of space that we could store our oil, you know. So the people who try to trivialize and about Africa, I just lack of understanding still, because when we hear them, I just laugh, you know, because we know say I just lack of understanding, you know. But
I don't think it's really trivializing. I think perhaps sometimes it's how those who trumpet Africa, how they articulate, how they express themselves.
Okay.
But I mean, Africa is there for the world to see in terms of its achievements and its challenges.
And me hear that thing too, I heard one time with you have friends or associates I don't remember what country in Africa who all over ask you say, just come look, come see, because I tell you this, Honorable Virgin. You see your level of intelligence and your level of articulation. They will have capture you maybe give you 3 hours and 2 cards so you come back. That's the way it is. You understand? But a lot of us don't understand. And for those who have, I am an Excelsior graduate. I have 5 subjects in DC, including a distinction.
Yeah. Do it with thy might.
Yeah, and my brother is an Olympian who also went to Africa. Errol Stewart, brother, who 1968 Olympics, so then break the world record twice.
Sounds like you should write the family history.
Yeah, but me I say, when I love to find out my Nigeria roots, because me my family have oil, because all the while when me I sell oil in New York, and people me draw for some Jamaican people, some man I say, Rastaman, then you forgot to get the oil in Nigeria. I'm always have mullet ground in my head, you understand? And I did.
But remember, Jamaica had an oil deal with Nigeria as well.
Yeah, but Jamaica, I mean, not about Great New York. I mean,
I understand. You had said that earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can check it out. I mean, the RGD does genealogy research. They can tell you, they can trace your lineage way back. And there are.
Me and my family have oil, and I can facilitate in the selling of it. Understand? We have space. We can just build a brand new office building, so we can facilitate. All you have to do is when we sell, and give me my own.
I hear you.
You understand? So what do you try to trivialize? When you stop it, actually, if you want to reach Africa, when you go on top of the E, that is stop the white people fool. If then Dervan, my lord. If Africa was so bad. Come white people they won't let up.
Yes. All right. I tell you what. Thank you for the call. We're gonna have to leave it there because we're almost out of time. Good. Mr. Hines, I'm on air. Do you want to speak with me on air? Well, I'm on air, so I'll call you as soon as I'm off air. Well, I'll give you the opportunity to say it because time is going. Would you? All right, one moment, please. So this is Lester Hines, who is a journalist of international repute. He is about to share some information with us. Yes, Mr. Hines, good afternoon. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Dervan. I just wanted to let you know and let your listeners know that a second-generation Jamaican young lady named Christian Clark was today confirmed by the Senate to become the head of the Civil Rights Department at the Department of Justice in the U.S. She's the first black woman and the first black to head that department. She's a civil rights attorney. She faced very stiff opposition from Republicans who uniformly tried to block her confirmation. But in the end, she was confirmed on a vote of 51 to 48, with Susan Collins, a Republican senator from Maine, voting with the Democrats for her confirmation.
Oh, excellent.
Another Jamaican has moved up in the ranks, and she's the highest-ranking civil rights attorney in the entire United States right now.
Had to be a Jamaican. We can always count on you, Lester Hines, for these breaking stories. Thank you so much. Well done, and we'll talk more off air. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Take care. That's a Jamaican journalist based in New York, Lester Hines, giving us news. You can start Googling now, listeners. Google the name Christian Clark, and you will learn the story of another Jamaican who has risen to one of the highest positions in the great United States of America. We have to wrap. Thank you, Leslie McEwen, for your message. She says, Chrisanne, you sound well equipped to do well. Warms my heart to hear you. Young people doing well. Raskava saying, listening to Chrisanne, who have my daughter's name, Brilliant Princess, reminds me of a boy who is going to sit that exam who don't know his 2 times table. I was so shocked listening to the boy who didn't know how much times 5 can go into 10. We'll pick up those points tomorrow, Raskava. We're out of time. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
5 o'clock.
Gordon. Coming up in the news segment of Beyond the Headlines today, Tuesday, May 25, 2021. Integrity Commission tells the Prime Minister it cannot be directed how to carry out its work. National Security Minister has described the approach to granting bail in Jamaica as nonsensical. The long-awaited electronic traffic ticketing management system will be launched next month. Active COVID-19 cases in Jamaica continues to decline. In business news, Jamaica Broilers is eyeing further expansion in the United States. The discussion segment of Beyond the Headlines with Dion Jackson Miller comes up after this newscast. The news is brought to you by Flow, connecting more communities to fiber-fast internet. Visit a Flow store to join Jamaica's largest network.
Flow is connecting Jamaica to fiber-fast internet. Over 250 communities island-wide have received upgrades since last year, with many more to come. Flow is committed